Hey, Julie.
Hey.
We're sitting here today. Going to have a little chat about camp and what it's like to send our kids away to camp. But first of all, just wanted to introduce to our listeners that you have 6 kids.
I do.
So you are for sure an expert.
Yeah.
And also that you're the co-founder of Mabel's Lables.
Yeah.
And I also have 3 children, half as many as you.
Only 3?
Yeah,
What?
only 3. I know. And I work for Glen Burnie Camp full time, so camp is near and dear to my heart. I just thought we'd sit down and have a chat because
anxiety is a huge issue, and I'm not talking about like kid anxiety, parental anxiety, right? Is that what you're finding, like with the parents who are sending their kids to Glen Bernard, or what, or is it more your own experience with sending your own children?
It's both. It just seems that there's a lot more in terms of parenting that moms are having a hard time.
Yeah, well, I think it's just part of our culture now. Like
Yes.
we're so. I mean, I talk about this and write about this about just the way it's the helicopter parenting thing, right? Like it's so much harder, I think, for us to let go now. Like just the parenting culture has changed and the way we're raising our kids. We're really on top of those kids and we are feeling anxiety, I think, in ways our parents didn't.
That's right.
Can you say?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what I hear is, oh, she's totally ready, but I'm not.
Right.
It is one of those things where we as moms want to know what the kids are doing all the time. Are they happy?
Yeah.
Are they sad? What's happening? And
a lot of this, though, we're just genuine interest. Like we really are. Like we are interested in what our kids are doing,
Yes.
that they're having a good time, and that they're well, and that they're learning, and it's the experience you want it to be. And
Right.
I don't know what your point's like. With my girls, I get letters all the time. And my son, I got 2 little tiny letters this year, and those are the first ones I got in 4 years.
Well, that's the opposite for me because
so
my
you heard from
daughters
him.
never
Okay.
wrote me.
Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
And then my son did, but he wrote the only letters that I of course, self-addressed the envelopes.
Me too. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten
I've been
any
sending the
letters.
same ones for 4 years, and finally I got the interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess for me, I just wanted my kids to be happy. And and even though I grew up in the camp environment, I was still, as a mom, going, what if she pees in the middle of the night?
I know.
Is she gonna cry, or is she gonna lie there in a wet spot, or will she go get her counselor, or what's gonna happen?
And I worry a lot too around organization. Like my son, his organization skills are very, very weak, and I thought this kid could very well not put anything in his laundry bag. He could easily go on canoe trip and not bring his rain suit. Like these are the things. And you know what? We just set goals. Like they understood my concerns. They didn't, belittle them, devalue them. But they sat him down and said, look, we got some goals. And then they double checked. And then each year, we basically made him more responsible for, and guess what? So what if he's a bit wet or cold, really? That's a natural consequence. Right? You don't wear your rain boots, your feet are going to get wet. Guess who's not going to forget their rain boots again, right?
This is it. This is what camp is so good because...
Yeah, they let them learn. Whereas we rescue them.
That's right.
We swoop in and rescue them, and then they let them learn through natural consequence, which is the best way to learn.
Yeah, and no camp is ever going to let a child freeze or
absolutely.
So while there are natural consequences, it is within reason.
Absolutely,
and and that's what I've always said because some of the moms are, well, I'm worried my daughter's not going to eat anything. Like a friend of mine said that, and I said, well, first of all, you would be shocked at what
how much they can put back.
And without you there,
right?
And they see 7 other people at a communal table eating,
and they try
all the same things.
They will try things. My kids have tried things at camp and been like, I have a new favorite dinner. And even things, we tried to get my son water skiing at our cottage. Wouldn't do it. Came home from camp. Hey, I'm water skiing. I'm like, what?
What did I say before Jake went off to Panaka? Yeah. I said he is never ever gonna do the skinny
dip.
Nope.
Guess who skinny dips, right?
Guess who skinny dips.
That's right. It's just
and because
group think it's awesome. This is an example where peer pressure is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's encouraging, and also so supportive.
Yeah,
for sure.
So other than you worrying about sickness, because again, hopefully the people that are listening to this are gonna see themselves in us and realize maybe I should try.
Yeah.
Maybe I should let her try.
Kim, I also think it's so important for them to have this experience. I've got a couple of friends who have onlys, and they love sending them to camp because guess what's going to happen in that bunk house. They're going to get in arguments. They're going to want to do this. And and like, they just love that their kids have to negotiate this space. It's like having siblings. Yeah. It's like, guess what? We got a problem. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think, for any child, like, that's life.
Especially when you have to live with these people.
You have to live. You can't escape
for 3
it,
weeks,
right?
4 weeks.
Totally.
And you have to learn to respect each other's space and each other's things and all that stuff. And it's
all sorts of lessons in there.
It's not always going to go smoothly.
No, and so it shouldn't. Yeah. Same with life.
And I think that that's a good thing for moms, right? To know if you get a letter home saying, Susie's being mean, and I'm sad. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. That doesn't mean that they need you to come up and take them out.
Exactly.
That's not what it means.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times you're going to get that
panic,
letter.
Though, right?
They do panic, and you're going to get that letter when they've written it at night and they're tired, and maybe they've had a
bad
day
or an incident. Yeah.
And who do they reach out to? Well, they reach out to the person that they're closest to, and that's their parents or whoever that the letter is going to. Yeah. And we always say, that's good that they're verbalizing it, that they're putting it on paper. Yeah. That means that they're getting it out. Yeah. And the next day is probably going to be better, and maybe they'll talk to their counselor and all that good stuff, and it'll start to move forward. I think every parent should they can make the determination when their child is ready to go. Yeah. But we would also say, try to let them try. Yeah. Because it's it's what they can accomplish personally in a short period of time is amazing. Okay, so before we end, I wanted to ask, as a mom, when your kids are away, what do you do for you?
What do I do for me? Dude, when my kids are away, I still have 3 at home.
Oh, yeah. But you do it so let's say you were alone. Okay. And your kids were at camp. Okay. Because let's talk about what we can do, while the kids are away. What would you do?
Good point. Well, look, I can tell you, one of my daughter's friends who goes to camp with her and the little sister went this year. So the parents, both the girls were gone for 2 and 3 weeks, right? And I'll tell you, I was so jealous of her Facebook photos. They were out for dinner. They went on a trip. I know. There's so much you can do. And you know what? I think it's good for, what it's like when you're raising kids. You're so busy raising kids, you don't come up for air. It's like, wow, I can go out with friends. I can go to a yoga class.
I can sleep in.
I can sleep in. We can go for, we could go for lunch with friends. We can have people over for wine any night we want. I think you can really reclaim.
Read a book without being interrupted.
A book, right? But you know what? Even with me having little ones at home, it really gives me time to do little kid things, right? Because now that there's 6 of them, there's they're close in age, but there's an age gap because there's so many of them. Yeah. I can really do little kid things with them when when I've just got the little guys. Yeah. So,
and especially if you only have one left at home, then you can all that attention is going to one kid. They think they've just died.
I think my one kid get a bit twitchy if they ever got that much attention.
Yeah. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope we can do it again.
Definitely.